Good day. Hope you all had a good holiday. Let me get set up. Hope you guys had a safe, enjoyable time with your family. Life is good. Omicron. I want you guys to start paying attention to, excuse me a sec. I want you guys to start paying attention to what they're putting in your face. All right? Start looking some of these words up. All right? Now, the World Health Organization will tell you that they use Greek letters to name these classifications because they're mathematical in nature and easier to track and such and such. But yeah, on the surface, that sounds cool. But remember, there's levels to this, right? Omicron. What's next? Well, I mean, if you go through the Greek alphabet, a simple Google search, you can see what's coming next. But let's deal with 6. 6 degrees of separation. Buried 6 feet under. Social distancing 6 feet. The 6 is everywhere. All right. The Omicron is the 15th letter of the Greek alphabet. The numerology, the 1 and 5, the 6 is 6's everywhere. At this point, it's right in your face. All right. I want to get into too deep in that tonight. It's not as serious as the other variants, but it's hitting everybody. And it's level to this. There's stuff going on. All right. It's also the 15th star of any constellation. It's almost the first of the year. I don't want to jump in too deep. What I'm saying is it's a good time to protect your family. It's a good time for you guys to revisit people like Dr. Sabi and Dr. Layla Africa and Dr. Jennifer Daniels and Dr. Phil Valentine and people like that and change the culture of your eating and improve your immunity. Right? It's just a healthy suggestion. Okay? Just a healthy suggestion. The Delta variant was the 4th letter of the Greek alphabet. All right? So, I hadn't made the connection before, but you have to keep reading. And then it further, in the next line of the definition, states that it's an increment of a variation, an increment, like a step up, an increment and a variation of function. The definition. And what that reminded me of gain of function. Gain, an increment of function. The gain of function research that they've been doing here for a very long time that apparently Obama stopped in 2013, said when he found out about it, he was like, 11 states, they put mixing and matching viruses to make stronger versions of viruses. Obama's like, what y'all doing? Y'all can't do this here, man. I'll get this out of there. Using your money, taxpayer money to do it. Using taxpayer money to do it. Well, Obama's like, y'all can't do that. Now, this is not a pro-Obama anything. I'm just telling you stuff that you can track and look up for yourself. Where'd they send it? Where did they send the research? We can't do it in the United States anymore. We're using taxpayer money. Let's do it in Wuhan, China. We're going to do it in Wuhan, China. 2 research centers out there. We're going to do it out there. We're still going to use taxpayer money. We're just going to do it out there. We're going to set up shop, leave America, continue our research in China. It's 2013. We'll still use taxpayer money. You guys are falling for it. It's not conspiracy, nothing. This is just stuff that you can link up. You can look up. It's just the COVID is connected to the SARS. The SARS is connected to the HIV. The HIV is connected to the AIDS. And all this you could put together in Len Horowitz's book called, what's that book called? It's in my playlist. Emerging Viruses is what the book's called by Dr. Len Howard, where he goes back to the early 60s and shows you the congressional records. You got copies of the congressional records in the North Carolina Law Library. Had them copied out and put it in the book for you to read. I talked about this when the pandemic first hit. We did. We talked about this. I hope as a result, his book sales go up because it deserves to. All of these variants, antibody tests involved. You guys being played. I wonder, as I look at, I don't want to say my sister's name, not my blood sister. It's someone who I'm subscribed to. All right, but I will probably put a link in the description. All right, because I like when she goes off on her rants because apparently we're looking at things, we're watching the situation, and we have similar reactions to it. And when I see her reaction, she goes so far left that it takes some of the steam out of what I would say about it, and that's cool because I don't want to be necessarily known for going left. All of the reactions to this jab, these jabs, all of the reactions to the jabs. I'm not talking about, what I say is out there. I'm talking about the people who had the opportunity, like you, to look at stuff, to research stuff, and still decided to get in line and get that jab. And then they record themselves from their own hospital beds, telling you about their symptoms. Nothing to see here. Safe and effective. Safe and effective. You all been rocked to sleep. You just have. So her link will be in the description. They actually shut down her TikTok. One of her TikToks just went super viral. And it was in regards to Joe Biden. They said she was bullying Biden. She went left on Biden. She had me in stitches, and she was right. So they took her TikTok down, and she re-uploaded it on YouTube. And I have that too. If I find that rant, I have it saved in my playlist. But the playlist is so long, it take me a while to go through it. I'm not telling you not to do this, not to do that. What I am saying is, before you do anything, it's your body, your choice. Take a look. Take a look for yourself before you check yourself before you wreck yourself. I guess. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Get jab. I mean, at this point, it's funny. Listen, forget what they're doing in America. Look at what they're doing in Australia. I'm going to tell you right now, okay? I'm going to speak to black people for a moment. Black people, I hope you got white friends, okay? Because if they continue to push this narrative, it's a good chance you might need your white friends, all right? The reason they got away with what they did in Australia, them kangaroo pet owners ain't got guns. And they were able to go in there and just tell these people what they're going to do and what they're not going to do, okay? First, it was just 2 weeks in the house. 2 weeks in the house, everything's good. Summertime, everything's good. It was 2 weeks in the house. What did it turn into? It turned into one shot. One shot became two shot. Two shot became 3 shot. Then booster shot. It's like a bad Dr. Seuss rhyme. Lockdown. Okay, we ease the lockdown. Lockdown. I was out last night working my second job. And I'm noticing that, lobbies are closing again. It's only the drive-thrus are open. Can't go through the lobbies. You can go through the drive-thrus. Can't go through the lobbies. You're so quick to fall on your knees anytime they tell you get on your knees. It's almost like a magic trick. Like they got a spell over you. I don't know. I don't ask for new subscribers or for you to share videos or stuff like this. If you want to share it with somebody who disagrees totally with what I'm saying to piss them off, that'd be cool. But because I like to at least say that I had an opportunity to Hey, listen, somebody tried to wake you up. Your alarm clock's ringing. You got to be somewhere, and somebody's home, and they just let you sleep through it and go out. It's messed up. I hear a lot of people saying, hey, nobody's saying stuff. We saying it. We've been saying it. We've been telling you. We've been telling you. And if you get good enough, you could just feel this stuff vibrationally. It's just really hard to hide intent. You ever get to a place where you don't give a fuck about what people think, and where you got to be careful what you ask me, because I'm going to tell you exactly what the truth is or what I think it is, and I'm going to tell you the difference. I'm going to tell you my opinion versus what I know for fact. At that point you got to be careful what you ask me, right? It's a good day. Weather was warm. 80 degrees in the middle of going into the new year. 77, 78 degrees. It's a lot going on. Chemtrails. Richard from Boston been telling you about chemtrails for 11 years. Mm-hmm. Chemtrails is another video. But it's important. I don't need to cover that subject because Remedy H is doing a great job of that. Link will be in the description if I remember that. Remedy H. This is an increment down from my cigarettes to, what do you call that stuff you stick in the Thanksgiving ham? Cloves? Yeah, these are my cloves. They smell good. It's cloves. Cloves. Am I saying that right? Cloves. This is all I want to cover tonight. I want you to be more aware. I don't want you going in the new year without fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Okay? Let's keep it real. False evidence appearing real. Okay? Fear is running some of you amok. Alright? I just want to shake you. It's running you amok. Yo, slow down. Slow your thought process down. You get down to, no thought. That's when interesting things happen. Thought is going to be another video, because when I say thought, you hear something else. You hear what you've been taught the word thought means. What you've been taught the word thought means and what it actually means is a completely different thing. That's another video. I'm going to write that down because I'm tempted to go into that now, but we already here. This will take it here, and I'll lose a lot of you, and I don't want to lose. The word thought is not what you think it is. Just not. Right? But I'll give you a hint. Brother Panic, Bobby Hemmett and them touched on it. I know Bobby Hemmett mentioned the presenter from the early 1900s who told us what the word thought actually meant. Rudolf Steiner. If you're interested. And all of that stuff that I mentioned is in my playlist, so you ain't got to look at none of my videos. You can just go through my playlist and get to the Rudolf Steiner section and slap yourself silly waking up to some esoteric wisdom. I digress. Thought, the word thought. We will have that conversation. I will dumb that down. Okay, and I will plant that seed with the full recognition that might not begin to show the first leaf piercing through the ground for years to come, and that's okay. That's okay. We just can't afford not to tell you stuff anymore. We just can't. I had a 2-month break, not a 2 months, but since Thanksgiving, almost 2-month break. From this jab stuff, because there was, and I'll tell you why. There's so many people who are not doing research, but who got that jab, recording themselves, talking to anybody who will listen, what happened to them when they took that jab. I decided to just sit back and, you don't need to hear my mouth now. I lit a big flame. I sit back, cross my arms, burn myself, cross my arms, and let these people do the talking for me. It's their story. Their story is more powerful than my research, or our research, for those who are doing it. Shout out to Floorburn. Okay? Shout out to Storm. Storm, I get it, sweetie. You're one of the few people that when I make something new, you want a notification, and what I will probably just end up doing because I have low subscribers, and I like that. I actually like that. I don't want to. The people who are interested in what I'm saying, they get it, and if you're like me, if you talk to anybody close to you, they might think you're a little nutty anyway. So it's okay that the levels are where they're at. It's okay. Maybe that allows me to operate a little more without and get something across that might normally be kicked. If Nicki Minaj was talking about this shit, she'd be kicked off of social media like they kicked off Trump. Another video off social media website. Not a politician guy. I'm not. We're not gonna go into politics tonight. Tonight is about awareness. I want you to go into 2022 with more awareness. 2 is another 6. You got your bug out bags? You got your canned goods? You got your waters? You got ways to prepare food? The lights go out? Yeah, I hope some of you guys got that kind of stuff in order. It's not fear mongering. I'm just telling you. If nothing happens, great. You got extra food. So what did it cost you? You got to be silly at this point not to do that. I think that's it. Thank you for coming. God bless you. Good day. Links are in the description.